36 మా 31 to 35 ని వదిలేస్తాను. రేపటి నుంచి రీజనింగ్ వాళ్ళని చెప్పేమని చెప్పేస్తా. From tomorrow onwards, reasoning sir will cover number series. Okay? Right. 36. Out of a group of monkeys, 7/2 times the square root of total number lurching on the branches of the tree, and the remaining 2 are moving on the ground. So, what percent of the total monkeys are moving on the ground? Okay. 7/2 times of square root of total number. These monkeys are there in try, and remaining 2 monkeys are in ground. When you add these two, that should be equal to total value x. Total number of monkeys. Monkeys which are there in tree, branch. 7/2 times of square root of total number, and remaining 2 are ground. When you add these two, you will get x value. You need to solve this, but you will get quadratic equation and everything. So it takes time. We asked about what percent of monkeys are there in ground. How many are there? And you need to identify this in terms of percentage. Where is your answer? Where is your answer? Options. Look at your first option. I will go with options. If this is 25%, 100% is 8. So total number of monkeys are 8. Can you find under root 8 value? First option, it cannot be your answer. Second option, 50%. If 50% is 2, total is 4. Under root 4, 2. 2 into 2, cancel. 7 plus 2, will that be equal to 4? Will that be equal to 4? 50% cannot be your answer. Next, 12.5%. 1/8. If 1/8 is 2, if 12.5% is 2, total value is 16. 16. Total is 16. Let's verify. Out of 16, we already have 2 here. So this value should become 14. Let's verify. Under root 16, 2 how many times? 7 into 2, 14. Satisfied? 12.5% answer. If you solve this quadratic equation, you will get x value, and then after that you need to calculate percentage. Because you are asked about 2 forms, what percent of total? 2 out of x into 100. This is what again you need to calculate. Takes time. Just go from options. Next, a smaller tower, 15 meters long, casts a shadow 18 meters long. At the same time and place, a long tower casts a shadow 45 meters long. Find the height of the long tower. You are asked about height. So here we have 2 things, one height and another shadow. Height and then shadow. And then very first case, the height is 15 meters and shadow is 18 meters. You are asked about height if the shadow is 45. Yes or no? If the shadow is 45, you are asked about height. If this is 100%, this is 120%. Yes? If this is 120%, 100% is how much? How much is difference between these two numbers? 3. You need to subtract 3 from this number, then you will get 15. How will you get 3 using this number? Divided by 6. Divided by 6. Divided by 6. 7.5. 45 minus 7.5, 37.5. 10% of this number, 3.75, 20% is 7.5. If you add 7.5 to this number, you will get 45. So height is 37.5. See, if the height increases, in the same proportionate value, shadow increases. So both are directly proportional. The height is 15, shadow becomes 18. If shadow is 45, height is how much? 37.5. Same proportionate. Next, answer none of this. The product of Shankar's age 5 years ago and his age 8 years later is 30. his ages at both the times being given in years. What is his percentage? You are asked about percentage, right? So you are given product as 30. Product as 30. What is this product? 5 years back his age and his age after 8 years. You are asked about percentage, x value. Instead of solving this equation, better to go for answer to question. What is your first option? 9. 9 minus 5? Is this 4 multiple? That cannot be your answer. Next. 6 minus 5? Then it must be 30, right? 1 into 30 only will give you 30. Is 6 plus 5 30? No. Leave it. Next. 8. 3. Is it 3 multiple? Yes. Wait. 8 plus 8? 16. Is 16 into 3 is equal to 30? No. Next. 10. 10 plus 8? Is this 18 multiple? That cannot be your answer. Answer? None of this. A train passes two bridges of length 200 meters and 120 meters in 29 seconds and then 21 seconds. What is the length of the train if the train is running at the same speed over the same bridges? In the first case, train crosses a bridge of length at 200 meters and the time taken in this case is 29 seconds. And in the second case, it crossed one more bridge whose length is 120 meters. And the time taken in this case is 21 seconds. What is extra time taken in first case than second case? 8 seconds. Why is that? Why is that? Because what is the difference? 80 meters increase. If distance is increased by 80 meters, time is taking 8 seconds. For 80 meters, 8 seconds. For 200 meters, for 80 meters it is 8 seconds. For 200 meters, 20 seconds. Apart from 20 seconds, how many seconds are here? 9. Why is that 9 seconds here? Because of train length. In 9 seconds it can cover 90. Train length is 90. Find the least multiple of 23 which when divided by 18, 21, 24 leaves remainder 7, 10, 13. 18, 21, 24. Divisors and reminders 7, 10, 13. If you have same remainder, answer is LCM plus remainder. If you have different reminders, you will have common difference. Difference between these two, 11. Difference between these two, 11. Difference between these two, 11. When you have common difference, your answer is LCM minus common difference. First you need to calculate LCM. LCM of given numbers. Look at these numbers. Did you observe something? All are 3 multiples. So I don't want to use 2-digit number here. I want to simplify it. Let's take 3 common, that is 6, 7, 8. Okay? These two are consecutive numbers. If you calculate LCM of 3 numbers and multiply it with 3, you will get your LCM. These two are consecutive numbers. 7 into 8. For LCM, for consecutive numbers, they become co-prime numbers. For co-prime, LCM is product. 7 into 8, 56. Again observe these two numbers, 6 and 56. Is this 6 multiple? Both are even numbers, right? Yes or no? Take 2 common again. It becomes 6. And this is 2. And this is 28. 3 and 28. Both are co-primes. No common factor. LCM is product. LCM is product. Right? I don't want to multiply it. After multiplying 3 and 28, again you need to multiply it with 6. So 6 into 3 into 28. That's your LCM. 6 into 8. 18 into 28. 18 into 28. I'll treat that number as 23 minus 5 into 23 plus 5. 18 and 28. How much is the difference? Me paade meeru sattastunnaru asla. What is difference between these two numbers? 10. Middle number is 5. Yes or no? Add 5 to 18. What do you get? 23. So you can treat this number as 23 minus 5. And this is 23 plus 5. A square minus b square. 23 square minus 5 square. అది కూడా లేకపోతే ఇంకేమీ లేదు, పైకి చుట్టంతో అని ఇటు అంతే. Other that is one way. I will not tell you. I'll just give you the way. I'll treat this number as for time being 20. So this is 20 times minus 2 times. 20 times 10 times of this number 280. 20 times 560 minus 2 times in the sense 56. 560 minus 56 504. 504. So your LCM is 504. But your answer is 504 minus 11 because common difference is 11. How much is this? 493. 493. But you have one more condition. Read your first line of the question. The least multiple of 23. So you need to verify whether this is 23 multiple or not. 23 2 times 46. You have 33. So is this 23 multiple? No. So what is the other number? So 504 is the least number where it is divisible by 18, 21, 24 exactly. Yes or no? What is the next number which is exactly divisible by 18, 21, 24? 1008. And you are expecting some remainder, different reminders. So you need to subtract common difference from this number. You need to subtract 11 from this number. 997. Just need to verify whether this is 23 multiple or not. Just hold it. Do you have 997 in the option? Do you have 997? Do you have 493? అది కూడా ఉందా? అదృష్టం ఆ రాజు రాసింటే ఇంకేం చేయలేం. You need to verify whether this is 23 multiple or not. Okay? 23 3 times. 4 times అనుకుంటా. 23 4 times. 92. Apart from 92, how much you have? 77. 77 can never be 23 multiple. Yes or no? Next number is 1512 minus 11. 1511. 1501. Do you have 1501 in the option? Need not to verify it. This cannot be your answer, right? Yes or no? What are the other two numbers? Coming, wait a minute. What are the other two options? 3013, 3035. Directly go for this number. You can verify it. Next, somewhere around you will have 3024 minus 11. This cannot be your answer, either this or none of this. Yes or no? Madhyala number, you will have so many combinations here, but still they are not there in options. So possibility number are, is it 3013 or 3035? So in this multiple, you will have 504, next multiple 5008, next 1512, and then somewhere around you will have 2 times of this number. 2 times of this number, 3024. But you need to subtract common difference, which is 3013. This can be your answer, but this cannot be your answer. Just hold it and verify whether this is exactly divisible by 23 or not. If so, this is your answer. Otherwise, you can go for none of this. 23 ones, 71, 3 times, 69, 2, 3, 1 time. 3013 is your answer. Instead of none of these, if you have any other number, You need not to calculate LCM and need not to subtract common difference. You can eliminate options. I'll tell you the way. 493. First of all, you need to verify whether this is 23 multiple or not. Is this 23 multiple? This cannot be your answer. Or else, your first number is 18. When you divide this number with 18, you should leave a remainder 7. First, let me subtract 7 from this number. Subtract 10, add 3. Subtract 10, add 3. 486. This must be divisible by 18. Should be even number, should be divisible by 9. Is this number divisible by 9? Yes or no? Yes. Yes. But before that, you need to verify whether this is 23 multiple or not. This cannot be 23 multiple. So with this condition, you can eliminate first option, second option and fourth option. First, second, fourth. These three options are not multiples of 23. Either third option or none of this. So to verify whether 3013 is your answer or not, subtract 7 from this number and verify whether it is divisible by 18 or not. Subtract 10, add 3. Subtract 10, add 3. This is divisible by 18 because this number is divisible by 9 at the same time with 2. So this is exactly divisible by 18. Like that, you need to verify one more condition. Your number is 3013 and if you subtract 10 from this number, that should be divisible by 21. Subtract 10, that is 3003 divided by 21. This is 3 multiple, 3003 also 3 multiple. Of course, you need to verify multiplication rule with 7, but need not to worry about it, leave it. And when you subtract 13 from this number, that should be a multiple of 24. So without calculating LCM, you can eliminate options. That's how you can verify it. Next. 41. A wire when bent in the form of a circle encloses an area of 1386 square centimeters. What will be the enclosed area when the same wire is bent in the form of equilateral triangle? Right. So we have a wire. When you form a circle with this wire, it encloses an area which is equal to 1386. With the same way, if you form an equilateral triangle, you are asked about area. Will you get same area 1380? Yes or no? No. No. What is same in these two cases? What is same? What is same? Length of the wire is same. Length of the wire in the sense here it is perimeter. Here also perimeter. Yes or no? That should be same. So this is area pi r square. Pi r square. 22 by 7 into r square is equal to 1380. 22. How many times? 86, huh? 13? 22 6 times and then 3 times. R square is equal to, you have 7 here, so let's write this number as 7 multiple, 7 9 times. So 7 square into 3 square, R is equal to 7 into 3, that is 21. But what is same? Perimeter. Circumference is same. 2 pi r. 2 pi r. 7, 3 times. Right? 3 times. So that is going to be 2 into 22 into 3. And circumference of this equilateral triangle also should be equal to this. How many sides are there? 3. So each side is 44, right? Yes or no? So for equilateral triangle, A is equal to 44. But you asked about area. What is area formula? Root 3 by 4. Right. Let's write it as 44 into 44. 4. How many times? 11 times. 10 times of this number. 440 plus 1 time. 44. 440 plus 44. 484 into root 3. 484 root 3. Square centimeter. The person was appointed as a teacher and received a salary of 2,500 per month in the first year of teaching, with the expectation of being paid 2,550 per month in his second year and 2,600 per month in the third year, and so on. Find the total salary he expects to have received by the end of 3 years. He has to calculate total salary that he will get in 3 years. First year, what is his salary? First year, 2,500 into 12 per month salary is given, right? Next year it becomes 2,550 into 12. Next year it becomes 2,600 into 12. It asks about total value. So instead of multiplying everything and do it, take 12 common. Basically when you have consecutive numbers, forget about 12 for time being. 2,500, 2,550 and 2,600. What is average? Middle number. Equal distance, right? 50 difference and here also 50 difference. Out of 3 numbers, middle number is average, which is 2,550, right? That is average per month salary for 3 years together. 3 years in the sense how many months? 36. So your answer is 2,550 into 36, straightforward. I will treat this number 36 as 40 minus 4. 40 minus 4. Let's calculate 4 times first. 2,550 double 5,100, again double 10,200. If 4 times is 10,200, 40 times will be 1,02,000, and you need to subtract 4 times of this, right? You need to subtract 200. Let's say we have 1,000 here. Your answer should end with how many? 800. How many options are ending with 800? 2 naya? Very good. Out of 1 or 2, you have already used 1,000. So you have 101 only. 101 minus 10. Basically this also. So your answer should be a multiple of 12. Your answer should be a multiple of 12. Why? Yearly salary, right? Into 12, into 12, into 12. Answer should be a multiple of 12. And the sum should be a multiple of 4, at the same time multiple of 3. And if you observe your numbers, 2,500, 2,550, 2,600, they are all consecutive numbers. So you will get average as middle number. Into 36 will give you total salary for 3 years. So your answer should be a multiple of 36 also. 36 in the sense should be a multiple of 9. First option is 9 multiple, second option is 9 multiple, but other 2 options are not 9 multiples. Those 2 cannot be your answer. So like this, if you have only one answer apart from none of this, in place of none of this you should have a number, and if you can see only one number which is a multiple of 9, you can go for that number as a final answer. Next, 43. What is the probability that a number selected from the numbers 1, 2, 3 and so on 25? So how many numbers are there? 25. Probability of getting a prime number. How many prime numbers will be there in first 25? Let's calculate. Tell me, what is first number? First number? 2. Next? Next? 5, 7, 11, 13, 21 now. 20? Right. How many? Out of 25. Just wait a minute. In first 50 numbers, first 50 natural numbers? Huh? Ever 15 another? Aye. First 100? 20? 5. Next. గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, నాకు 2005లో మా సార్ చెప్పాడు, నిజంగా చెప్తున్నా, నాకు 2005లో నాకు ఫ్యాకల్టీ చెప్పిన ఆయన, నాకు నేర్పించిన ఆయన చెప్పాడు, ఫస్ట్ 50లో 15 ప్రైమ్ నెంబర్స్ ఉంటాయి, ఫస్ట్ 100 నెంబర్స్లో 25 ఉంటాయి అని. 2005. ఇప్పుడెంత? నెక్స్ట్ 44. A boat goes from a point A to B upstream and returns from B to A downstream. If the round trip takes the boat 12 hours, right, total time taken is 12 hours, and the distance between both the points is 40 kilometers. Distance between both the points. Okay. What is the speed of the stream? If the speed of the boat in still water is 12 km per hour. Right. Man's speed is given as 12 km per hour. And what is the total time taken? 12 hours. So time taken in upstream and time taken in downstream, both should be equal to 12. Distance traveled in downstream, 40. Downstream speed, man speed plus stream speed. So distance by speed, time taken in downstream. So time taken to travel 40 kilometers in upstream is 40 by upstream speed, 12 minus 6. Need to solve this equation and get the value of S, but instead go for substitution. What is first option? 12 plus 4. Is this 16 multiple? Next option. 12 plus 6, 18. No. Next option. 8. 20. How much? 2. 12 minus 8. 4. 40 by 4. 10. 10 plus 2. Satisfied? S is equal to 8 km per hour. Next, how much money should be invested at 5% per annum for 3 years? So if you invest some money at the rate of 5% for 3 years, how much percent you will get? 15% as interest. And you don't know the principal, let it be X. Let it be some number. 15% of some number, and that should be equal to what? 3/4 of interest on 2,500, 2,400 at the rate of 4% for 6 years. So how much percent you will get? 24%. 24%. How many times? 6. 6 3s? 18. So I'll write as 18% of this much. This is equal to by 15. Is this 15 multiple? Yes. 15 ones, 90 you have, 60 times. Your answer should be a multiple of 9. Otherwise, wait a minute, forget about it. Percentage both gets cancelled. No, don't worry about it. Forget about 0, you have 0, your answer should end with 0. You have 16 and 18. 17 minus 1, 17 plus 1. 17 square minus 1. 289 minus 1. 288 and then 0. 2880. Next, 46. Is A equal to B? Your answer should be yes or no. That's it. Antena? Yes cheppina answer vachinate. No cheppina answer vachinate. Now, first one. A minus 2 whole square is equal to B minus 2 whole square. From this, will you get your answer? Yes or no? Is A is equal to B? Is A equal to B? No. Can you tell me one example? A equal to 4. B equal to 0. Will you get your answer from this? No. You will not get it. Because if you take A and B values as same numbers, both positive or both negative. A is equal to B and it satisfies the condition. And at the same time, if you take one number with a difference of minus 2 and then plus 2, which should be a difference of 4. What I mean to say is, if A is equal to 0, 0 minus 2 whole square, and B is equal to 4, 4 minus 2 whole square. Minus 2 whole square is 4 and plus 2 whole square is also 4. Apart from the values A is equal to B, for all the values of A comma B is equal to some number, at the same time, numbers whose difference is 4. Like that you can take any number. Should be one positive and one negative. And both gets equal number. Hence with this condition you cannot decide whether A is equal to B or not. Sometimes you will get A is equal to B. Sometimes you will get A is not equal to B. unique answer cannot be developed from this number. Yes or no? You will not get unique answer. Sometimes you will get A is equal to B, but sometimes you will get A is not equal to B. Unique answer is not there. So 1 alone is not sufficient. Next 2. If you simplify that number inside the bracket, that becomes A plus B by AB. So the total value becomes A plus B whole square is equal to 4AB, and it becomes A plus B whole square minus 4AB is equal to 0, and this is A minus B whole square is equal to 0. Yes or no? From this will you get answer or not? Yes, A is equal to B. You will get answer only from 2 alone, but not 1 alone. So for this, identifying that number is very important. A is not equal to B and a condition తీసుకురావాలి. అది చాలా important. 47. Did Rajan make a profit on his sale? If he had sold 5 pence less than he presently did for 100. If he reduces number of articles, his profit would have decreased by 20 rupees. Practically, is it possible? Practically, is it possible? Just like think like a shopkeeper. మీకు ఒక షాప్ ఉందనుకోండి కాన్సెప్ట్. ఇంతకుముందు ఎన్ని అమ్మారో 100 రూపీస్కి దానికంటే తక్కువ అమ్ముతున్నారు ఇప్పుడు నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఐటమ్స్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇంతకుముందు 100 రూపీస్కి కొన్ని పెన్స్ ఇచ్చారు, ఓకే, కొంత ప్రాఫిట్ వచ్చింది. ఇప్పుడు అదే 100 రూపీస్కి నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ పెన్స్ తగ్గిస్తున్నారు. నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ పెన్స్ తగ్గిస్తే ప్రాఫిట్ ఎక్కువ అవ్వాలా తక్కువ అవ్వాలా అమ్మా? ఒకసారి ఇప్పుడు పాయింట్స్ చదవండి. పాయింట్స్ చదవండి. కాంట్రడిక్షన్ ఉందా లేదా? స్టేట్మెంట్ కాంట్రడిక్షన్, రైట్? ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? ఆన్సర్ కెనాట్ బి డిటర్మైన్డ్. ఆన్సర్ కెనాట్ బి డిటర్మైన్డ్. If the statement is having improper information, will you get your answer? Yes or no? అదేగా నేను కూడా చెప్పింది. ఇప్పుడు ఇంప్రాపర్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఆన్సర్ వస్తుందా మనకి? యూ విల్ నాట్ గెట్ ఆన్సర్, రైట్? నెక్స్ట్, ఎవరికన్నా డౌట్ వచ్చిందా? డౌట్ వచ్చినప్పుడు అడగాలి. ఎవరికైనా డౌట్ లేదు? చలో నెక్స్ట్. వాట్ ఈస్ యువర్ సెకండ్ ఆప్షన్? ఇఫ్ హీ హ్యాడ్ సోల్డ్ 50 paise less per pen, he would have lost 10 rupees. From that information you cannot decide whether he will get profit or not. So 1 alone is not sufficient, 2 alone is not sufficient. First thing is, when you have improper information, you can go for answer cannot be determined. Data proper గా లేనప్పుడు ఆన్సర్ కెనాట్ బి డిటర్మైన్డ్ అవుతుంది. నెక్స్ట్ 48. The larger number, find the 2 numbers. What are the 2 numbers? You need to calculate 2 numbers. First one is, the larger number is 36 more than half the difference of 2 numbers. Let's say x is larger number and y is smaller number. Larger number is 36 more than half the difference of 2 numbers. 2x x minus 5 plus 72. X plus y is equal to 72. Were you asked to calculate sum of numbers or find the numbers? Find the numbers. From this, can you calculate your numbers, x and y values? No. 1 alone will not give you answer. Next, second one. 2 numbers are in the ratio 5:3. Using 2 alone will you get answer? No. Using 1 and 2? Yes. First number is 5 parts, second number is 3 parts, and you know sum of now 2 numbers. Using that you can calculate your numbers. You need not to find it out, but you can confirm you will get numbers. Enough. When will you get answer? Using 1 and 2 both. 49. 4,500 is divided among A, B, C. What is the share of B? You're asked about B's share. Now, first one. The share of C is 100% more than the combined share of A and B. C share is 100% more than combined share of A and B. Using that, will you get your answer? Right. Because time periods are not mentioned. Yes or no? No. Second one, second alone. A gets 500 rupees more than B. A gets 500 rupees more than B. Right. Using 2 alone, will you get answer? No. Using 1 and 2? Yes or no? Do you have any information about their time period for which they have invested? Do you have any information about time period? How can you get your answer? Time period mention cheyaledu, question lo cheyaledu, options lo mention cheyaledu. Adi lekunda profit sharing ratio vastada? Matladaru? Radu. Time e ledu kabatti answer radu. Teeseyandi. Next. Atul and Kunal entered into partnership with their capitals in the ratio 3:2. What was the share of Atul in the total profit of 24,000? So you can calculate Atul's share if you know profit sharing ratio. Profit sharing ratio is investment multiplied by time ratio. You are given investment ratio, but you need to know time ratio. Now, Atul invested his capital for 1 year while Kundan invested for 9 months. Do you have time periods here? Yes. Using this, can you calculate profit sharing ratio? Yes. So, using 1 alone, you will get their answer. Next 2. Profit of Kundan was 50% less than Atul. Kundan's profit is 50% less than Atul. So, if Atul's profit is 100%, Kundan profit becomes 50%. This is profit sharing ratio. Right? Using this, you can calculate your answer, right? How much is total profit? 24,000. 24,000. So this is 2 parts and this is 1 part. Total 3 parts. 3 parts is 24,000. Kundan is getting 1 part. Will you get your answer or not? Yes. 1 alone will give you answer, 2 alone will give you answer. Next. 51 to 55. Kodik. Next. 56 to 60. Oh, much past. Index మాట్లాడుకోలేదుగా? గుర్తు చేసే పని లేదా? ఇది చూడగానే గుర్తొచ్చింది నాకు. ఇండెక్స్ మాట్లాడుకోవాలా? రేపటి నుంచి మర్చిపోతే గుర్తు చేయండి. నెక్స్ట్ 56 to 60. అంటే నో అంటున్నారు. అదే యాక్చువల్గా క్లాస్కి వచ్చేటప్పుడు ఈ క్లాస్కి మధ్య క్లాస్లో కొంతమంది వెళ్ళిపోతారు. నేను వెళ్ళనిస్తా అట్లాంటి వాళ్ళని. అలాంటి వాళ్ళు వెళ్ళిపోతే ఉన్న వాళ్ళకి చాలా అడ్వాంటేజ్. మీకు తెలిసేది నేను చెప్పేది ఒకటేనా? డెఫినెట్గా నేను కనీసం క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ అయినా కానీ తేడా వేస్తాను. దట్స్ ఫర్ 100% గ్యారంటీ. మీరు 2 సంవత్సరాలు ఉండండి, 2 సంవత్సరాల నుంచి వింటా ఉన్నా కానీ నేను చెప్పేది వేరేగానే ఉంటుంది. ఎందుకంటే సంవత్సరం క్రితం నా టీచింగ్ వేరు, అంతకుముందు నా టీచింగ్ వేరు, 10 years బ్యాక్ నా టీచింగ్ వేరు. ప్రతి సంవత్సరం అది మారుతూనే ఉంది. నేనే కొత్తవి నేర్చుకుంటా ఉన్నా. వద్దు అని వదిలేస్తున్నారు, మీ కర్మ. మంచి మంచి క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ కూడా పడవచ్చు. డబ్బు కట్టింది దేనికి? మరి నేర్పించే వాళ్ళు ఉన్నప్పుడు నేర్చుకునే దానికి లేకుండా ఎందుకు మీరు అసలు అంత కష్టపడుతున్నారు? ఏమన్నా అర్జెంట్ పనులు ఏమైనా ఉన్నాయా? లేవు కదా. టోటల్ సేల్స్ ఆఫ్ 1996 and 1999 together was what % of the total production in these 2 years? 96, 97. 96 we have total sale 10 and in 99 we have sale 25, and percentage wise you need to calculate with respect to production, which is 12.5 and then 27.5, which is 40 out of ఇది 35. ఎవరే 40 అన్నది? Denominator 40 into 100. Now look at your options. Wait a minute. How much is difference between numerator, which is not required? Cancellation with 5. 7 times, 8 times. 7 by 8 in the sense? 7 by 8, 87.5%. 1 by 8, 12.5%. 3 by 8, 37.5%. 5 by 8, 62.5%. 7 by 8, 87.5%. Otherwise, అది గుర్తు రాలేదనుకోండి. నెక్స్ట్ 1 more. What is difference between numerator and denominator? 5 forms what fractional part of 40? 1/8. 1/8. Yes or no? 1/8 in the sense what percentage? 12.5%. If it is 12.5% less, that will be 87.5%. Numerator is 5 less, which is 1/8 less. 1/8 less, in the sense 12.5% less, in the sense 18.5%. Okay? Right? Next. The percentage of sale with respect to production was maximum in which of the following years? Right. So you don't have 96 in options, so you need not to verify it. Yes or no? So you should have highest sale percentage. Highest sale percentage. Yes or no? Just observe the values. First one is 14 by 15, 98, 18 by 20, 25 by 27.5, 21 by 24, 20 by 21. These are the values, right? Yes or no? Observe these values carefully. This can be written as 9 by 10. Difference is 2.5, which is 10 times, and this is 11 times. Difference is 3, this is 7 times, and this is 8 times. And if you observe these fractions, difference between numerator and denominator is only 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Everywhere difference is same. If the difference between numerator and denominator is same, and if fractions are proper fractions, small numbers are smaller fractions, big numbers are bigger fractions. And as you are expecting highest sale percentage, you need to have maximum percentage. So maximum fraction, biggest number. Where did you find biggest number here? Yes. 20 by 21. That's highest percentage. If the difference between numerator and denominator is same, and if fractions are proper fractions, big numbers are bigger fractions, small numbers are smaller fractions. And the other case, difference between numerator and denominator is same, but fractions are improper fractions. Reverse these numbers: 15 by 14, 10 by 9, 11 by 10, 8 by 7, 21 by 20. If fractions are improper fractions and still the difference between numerator and denominator is same, big numbers will give you small fractions, small numbers will give you big fractions. Right? You do need not to calculate anything. Next, 58. గుర్తుంటుందా అది పాయింట్? 58. What was the percentage increase in sale from? Sale percentage increase from 97 to 98. 97 sale is 14 and 98 18, increased by 4 out of 14. 4 out of 14 into 100. What do you mean by 4 out of 14? 2 by 7, right? Yes or no? Do you know 1 by 7 in terms of percentage? 14 2 by 7%. Yes or no? But how much you have? 2 by 7. So 2 by 7 will be 2 times of this. 28. 4 by 7 over. We have only one option. Fourth option. What was the average production over the years of the company? Average production. Right. Production is first number, right? How do you get it? Take benchmark. Look at your options. Take 20 as benchmark. Take 20 as benchmark. Yes or no? First number minus 7.5. Second number minus 5. Third number equal. Fourth number 7.5 more. This is 7.5 less and that is 7.5 more. Cancel. Next plus 4. And then next plus 1. Plus 5. Minus 5. Cancel. So if you make every number as 20, you are left with 0. So average is 20. That's it. Why did we start with 20? Why can't we 17.5, 22.5 and 19? Easy to calculate. Only reason is easy to calculate. Next, What was the difference between total production and total sale of the company for all the given years together? Right. So in any of the year, can sale be more than production? In any year, can sale be more than production? బుక్కులు చూడాలా? అవసరమా? 100 మార్కులకి ఎగ్జామ్ జరిగితే 110 మార్కులు వచ్చినట్టు. అర్థమైంది నా పాయింట్? Yes or no? Sale can never be more than production. So you know that always if one number is more than another number. In that case, when you are asked about average difference, what was the total difference? Yes or no? Total difference between total production, difference between total production and total sale. Just go for individual difference and then add. Just go for individual difference. What is first difference? 2.5. Next 1. Next 2. 2.5. 3. 1. Add everything. 2.5. 2.5. 5. 2. 3. 5. 10. 11. 12. 12. 12. Okay? Option? None of this. None of this. Next 61 to 65. Right. So, comparatively 56 and 61 to 65. You should pick bar chart. I'll tell you reasons. In table, especially when you have number of marks, student marks, just verify whether you are given percentage or number of marks, and you have 6 subjects, total marks, maximum marks, and then student marks, in the sense obtained marks. If maximum marks in every subject, if you have same value, and student marks are given in number of marks, this can be one of the case. Second case, maximum number of marks in every subject is same, and student marks are given in percentage. This is one of the option. Maximum number of marks in every subject, they are different, but you have number of marks, student marks are given in number of marks. Maximum number of marks in every subject are different, and you have information in percentage. Student marks are given in percentage. This can be 4 possible cases that you may get. This is the easiest one. If you have same number of marks, yes, still you can pick this. You have different number of marks, but information is given in number of marks, still you can pick this. If maximum number of marks in every subject are different, and if information is given in percentage, hold this question. It is going to take time. Hold it. It takes time. Okay? మిగిలిన అన్ని చేసుకొని try to complete remaining questions and try to solve this type of question. Just by looking at the data, you can decide whether to pick that or no. Look at this table. So in every subject you have different number of marks. Yes or no? You have different marks, and information is given in percentage. It is going to take time. Simplification takes time. Hold it. Okay? చెప్పమ్మా. ఇప్పుడు ప్రదీప్కి ఓవరాల్గా ఎంత పర్సెంటేజ్ వచ్చింది అని అంటారమ్మా. ऊपर भगवान है, नीचे हम है, बीच में कुछ भी नहीं है. సో బెటర్ టేబుల్ ఉన్నప్పుడు యూజువల్గా ఏంటంటే అట్రాక్ట్ చేస్తుంది, టేబుల్ ఈజీగా ఉంటుందని ఇంటెన్షన్ ఉంటుంది. బట్ వెన్ ఇట్ కమ్స్ టు స్టూడెంట్ మార్క్స్, బీ కేర్ఫుల్ విత్ దిస్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్. నౌ Come on, what is the average percentage of marks obtained by all the three girls, Raki, Preeti, Rani in English? So, for Raki, Preeti, Rani, English exam was conducted for how many marks? 75 marks. Raki, Preeti, Rani. Alternate persons, right? 72, 76, 48. Average. Just go for average first. 72 out of 72 plus 48. 120. 196. Average rate by 3. And English exam was conducted for how many marks? 75. 3 into 75 into 100. 75 3 times. 75, 75, 150. 150, 75, 225. This is what you need to calculate. Is that approximate or exact? Approximate or exact. Point tarvata 2 digits icharu kada. Just look at your options. 63, 67, 65, 66 something. ఏంటిది? Percentage? అంతే కదా, ఇచ్చింది పర్సంటేజెసే కదా. 196 by 3. Straight forward. 65.33. Fourth option. (62 marks obtained by all the three boys together in Hindi). Marks obtained by all the three boys together in Hindi is how much more than the three girls together in Hindi? Right. Three girls are Raki, Preeti, Rani. Boys are alternate numbers. You're asked about marks in Hindi. Just calculate percentage of Hindi. Percentage of marks obtained in Hindi by boys. 75, 65, 70. Yes or no? Look at those numbers. 75, 65, 70. They are consecutive numbers. 65, 70, 75 consecutive numbers kada. Middle number 70. 73 is 210%. So total percentage obtained by boys is 210%. Next, girls. 45, 65, 110. 110 plus 75, 185. So girls, it is 185%. Difference 25%. You're asked about number of marks. 25% of what? 60. 25% of 60, how much? 15. None of these options. (63) In which subject has Preeti got least marks? Preeti ki least marks ekkada vachinayani adugutunnaru, antena? Yes or no? Do you have none of this? You have none of this. Okay. Come on, Preeti. Show. 98% of 120. 76% of 75. 65% of 60, 64% of 75, 84% of 150, 80% of 50. You asked about least number of marks. 80% of 50 or 50% of 80, which is 40. It looks like least number, 40. Just let me verify it. You have 84% of 150, definitely more than this. This cannot be your answer. 64% of 75 or 75% of 64. 75% in the sense half plus half of it. Half is 32. Again half is 16. 32, 16, more than this. This cannot be your answer. 60% of this number. 50% plus 10%. 50% is 32 and a half. 65% of 60 or 60% of 65, one and the same. I want to calculate 60%. 50% plus 10%. 50% in the sense half of this. 32 and a half plus 10% of this, 6 and a half. How much is this? 39. So this cannot be your answer. This is 39. 64% of 75 cannot be your answer. So this is definitely more than this. Hence this cannot be your answer. In terms of percentage this is more, and in terms of number of marks also more. Here also this cannot be your answer. Third subject. Which one? Hindi. (64). What is the total number of marks obtained by Rani in all the subjects together? Total marks obtained by Rani. Wait. So first one is 90% of 120. Next 48%, 75%, 68%, Amma 76%, 88%. Wait. 90% in the sense subtracting 10%. 10% of this number is 12. 12 less than 120 is 108. So this is 108. I can see 75, 75, 75, 75 multiple. I want to combine all this. Hold it. 88% of 50 or 50% of 88? 44. Can I write this as 150% of 76? Right? I'll write 150 as 75 two times. 2 multiplied by 76. 152. 152. 152% of 75 or 75% of 152. You can change percentage symbol here. So this is 75 multiple, this is 75 multiple, 75 multiple, 75 multiple. So all these values together will give you 75% of 48, 60. 108. Let's first add all tens places, then you can add units. 40, 60, 100, 160, 310, 310, 320, 328. So this is 328. 75% of 328. Half plus half of it. Half. 164. Again half. 82. And the last number 44. Your answer should end with 8. How many options are there? 100, 200, 300, 380, 390. What is the average marks obtained by these 6 students in economics? Economics lo average mark annaru. First calculate average percentage, then you can convert into average mark. Okay? So let's calculate average percentage. Let me add all tens first. Tens places. Right from the top. 90, 80, 170, 170, 50, 220, 220, 60, 280, 280, 80, 280, 80, 360, 360, 60, 420. So far we have 420. And let me add units places. 2 plus 2 plus, wait a minute, you have 2 2's and then 2 8's. Look at your number, you have 2 2's and then 2 8's, 20, and then you have one more 4, 24. So the total that is 444. Out of how many subjects? 6. And what percentage is this? 75%. Right? Let me first calculate this. 6, 7 times and then 4 times. Sorry. 74% of 75. Average percentage, right? 444 by 6 percent. 74% of what? 75 marks, or 75% of 74. Half plus half. 37, half of this 18.5. Total 55.5 marks. Right?